So, all right, now you're rapping. When did you form? Because of course you're part of a legendary hip hop group. How do you pronounce the name?
Creutzfeld Jakob.
Creutzfeld Jakob, and that's cow disease.
Mad cow disease.
Mad cow.
You know, I told you, Sebastian Disciple always called us, "Hey, mad cow disease, mad cow disease." What's up, my brother? Mad cow disease.
How did you guys come up with this name?
I don't know, because I think I think at the German pop scene and the early rap scene was a lot of commercial and party music, and we wanted to make people against it and to think about it. Let's say like music for the head, that you have to think about it. That the words come first, the lyrics. For this, we said like music for your brain. And you know that this BSE, mad cow disease, attached to the brain of the cows and the brain of the people. So we make let's make our music like attacking the brain of people first. And if you listen to our first songs, this was like very heavy music to think about it. It was not a party beat and chorus with a melody on it. And
I know when I went to the first show, which was Die Trompette, that I saw the group together, and because I know you as Lakmann
first,
So then when I hear this stuff, I was like, it was like a whole other thing. You was rapping super fast,
super aggressive,
like punk style. The beats were like hard, dark beats. I was like, yo. So I know that you mentioned that. Well, a lot of people tell me that, like, yo, the album was like a classic.
It's a classic.
Yo, classic. And then you guys were signed to like
we were signed from our independent record label called Put the Needle to the Records, and then we had the publishing rights to Def Jam Germany, which was like Universal Records, Interscope.
So the first album?
Yeah, the first album.
Okay.
This was how you say when two
like a joint venture?
Joint venture, when the sub label gives the right to the bigger label to get the money for the promotion.
All right, but so when that happened. Like, how did that happen? So first you get the needle to the groove situation, and did they already have the Def Jam situation?
No, we had first put the needle to the record, and we had before we recorded this first album, we had the possibility to be on tour with another group on this label called RG. Okay. One guy of them lives now in Washington D.C. The other guy died, and the third guy is Afro, who lives in Cologne. You maybe had also.
What's his name?
Afro. This white guy from who made the song with Curse and Stieber Twins right now, and MC and
I know the name though.
For sure, man. He was like Too Strong, the biggest lyrical inspiration for us. And this group was on this independent records. They gave us a boost. They took us on tour. We could learn from them, and we looked also up to them, and we learned about them, from them. So we had this connection through this group, and everything with every release they had on this little independent label, the movement became bigger. Like RG sold like 25,000 copies from their first album. Then 2 years later we dropped our album, we sold like 50,000. And this independent label became bigger and bigger, and made then this joint venture with Universal Group for like €1.5 million for a release schedule for like 2.5 years, where they had to put out four albums, and two of them was like the Creutzfeld Jakob album, the RG album. Then there was their other independent group named The Clan, and the fourth used to be this first solo album of Kool Savas. But then he was on our label too. Then he broke up with Put the Needle, and instead of going to Universal, he made a bigger deal with BMG and put his first album on this. So this broke everything apart from this independent label roster, and to fulfill this deal with Universal, we put our second album from Creutzfeld Jakob also as to close the deal over the distribution of Universal and Put the Needle, because after this first big success, we had the chance to also get another deal, maybe at BMG or another group, big major label. But we make like then, okay, you say, okay, fuck it, let's make this the second deal to the same conditions that we make for the first. And this was for the how you say economic, for the financial thing aspect. This was a very bad decision. We were straight loyal to our
loyal to
a group and to the label, because they gave us the first chance. They believed in us, and we had to fulfill this contract so that the whole thing didn't break up.
So the first album, when you found out, like, oh, now Def Jam is going to be a part of this. Yeah. I mean, how did it make you feel?
You couldn't believe it, because Def Jam was like this label from the States.
The number one label.
Number one label. When everybody here at this time in the 90s and late 80s, it released every month. This is like, you have to, now let me put it this way, nowadays every week comes a new album. Yes. But in the 90s already, the impact of Def Jam was so big that every month came another big major artist, and it was like, wow, man, this is overwhelming. So much music from the US, and so much inspiration, it's incredible. And now this make a German independence, so this was great. Of course we wanted to take this show.